Before the great flood, before Noor, before the world knew destruction, there walked a man so pure, so devoted, that Allah raised him to the heavens while he was still alive. His name was Idris, peace be upon him. The Quran says, "And mention in the book Idris. Indeed, he was a man of truth and a prophet, and we raised him to a high station." But who was this man? And what did he do that made Allah honor him in such an extraordinary way? Today's Idris was different. While others chased the world, he chased knowledge. While others lived for comfort, he lived for truth. Allah blessed him with a heart that longed only for him. And Allah gave him what no one before him had. Idris was born in a time when the earth was still young. The descendants of Adam were spreading across the land, but many had begun to forget. They forgot their Creator. They forgot their purpose. Slowly, the hearts of people grew cold. But not Idris. From his earliest received divine knowledge beyond imagination. Idris wasn't just a prophet. He was a teacher, a guide, a light in a world slipping into darkness. He taught people how to write, preserving knowledge for generations to come. He taught them how to make clothes, protecting them from the elements. He taught them astronomy, showing them the signs of Allah in the stars above. He taught them mathematics, agriculture, and craftsmanship. But above all, he taught them how to worship. Because Idris understood something most people forget. Knowledge without faith is empty. Success without Allah is meaningless. And no matter how much you achieve in this world, if your heart isn't connected to your Creator, you have nothing. Distractions and desires, odd yet choosing Allah over everything else. And they said to each other, "Look at this man. Look at how he worships. He is unlike anyone we have ever seen." One angel, so Idris called people back to Allah. He reminded them of their covenant. He warned them of the day of judgment. And he showed them through his own life what it means to live with purpose. Every single day, Idris would fast. Not because it was easy, but because he wanted to draw closer to Allah. Every single night, he would stand in prayer. Long after others had gone to sleep, Idris would be standing before his Lord in the stillness of the night, pouring out his heart. He didn't do this for people to see. He didn't do it for praise. He did it because his soul was in love with Allah. The angels in the heavens would watch him. They marveled at his devotion. They saw a human being living on earth, surrounded by said, "His deeds rise to the heavens faster than any other human's deeds." Another said, "If only he could see what Allah has prepared for those who love him." The angels were so moved by Idris that one of them, a close friend to Idris, went to the angel of death and asked, "How much time does Idris have left in this world?" The angel of death checked the records and said, "Very little. Only moments remain." When the angel returned to Idris and told him this news, Idris didn't panic. He didn't cry. He simply made a request. He said, "If my time is so short, then I want to meet the angel of death myself, and I want to see the heavens before I leave this world." The angel agreed. And so, Idris was carried upward, through the first heaven, through the second, through the third. At each level the gates opened for him. The angels greeted him with honor and respect. They had been watching his life. They knew his name. Now, let these lessons become a part of your life. Let them remind you every single week. As they ascended higher, Idris asked the angel of death again, "When will you take my soul?" The angel replied, "Very soon." They reached the fourth heaven, and there, near the gates of paradise, the angel of death said, "This is the place." And right there, in the fourth heaven, surrounded by angels, in a station of honor that no human had ever reached before, Idris, peace be upon him, returned to Allah. But he didn't just die. Allah elevated him. The Quran says, "And we raised him to a high station." Some scholars say his soul was taken in the heavens and his body remains there. Others say Allah raised him entirely, body and soul, like he would later do with Isa, peace be upon him. What we know for certain is this: Idris was honored in a way reserved only for the most devoted servants of Allah. If this story is stirring something in your heart, then don't walk away from it. Subscribe to Islamic Sacred Stories Rig H of who you're meant to be. Hit that subscribe button. So why was Idris honored like this? It wasn't because he was perfect. It wasn't because he never struggled. It was because despite everything, he chose Allah. Every single day, in every single moment. He didn't wait for the perfect time to worship. He didn't say, "I'll get serious about my faith when life gets easier." He gave everything he had, right where he was. And Allah raised him beyond imagination. Brothers and sisters, the story of Idris is a mirror. It's asking you, what are you doing with your time? What are you building with your days? Are you living with purpose, or just passing through? Are you worshipping Allah in the hidden moments, or only when people are watching? Are you using your gifts to serve the Creator, or just yourself? Idris didn't have social media. He didn't have distractions every 5 seconds. But we do. And still, we claim we don't have time for Quran. We don't have time for prayer. We don't have time to learn our deen. Idris fasted every day. You struggle to fast in Ramadan. Moment. Stand in the night when no one is watching. Idris stood every night. You struggle with Fajr. Idris devoted his entire life. You give Allah the leftovers of your time. But here's the mercy. It's not too late. The door is still open. Allah is still waiting. And if you turn to Him now, with sincerity, He will raise you too. Maybe not to the 4th heaven in this life, but He will elevate your heart, your status, your hereafter. Before you go, I want to ask you one more time. Subscribe to Islamic Sacred Stories, because these reminders matter. These stories change lives. And if you're here right now, it's because your soul is searching for something real. Don't ignore that call. Subscribe, and let's walk this path together. The scholars say Idris was called Idris because of how much he studied and taught. The word comes from dars, which means lesson. His whole life was a lesson. And the lesson is this: live for Allah, and He will honor you in ways you can't imagine. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for next Ramadan. Don't wait until you're older or wiser or less busy. Start today, and right now. In this Ramadan, open the Quran when your heart feels heavy. Make dua when you feel lost. Give sadaqah when you're struggling yourself. Do it for Allah, not for people, not for praise, for Him. Because one day you'll stand before Him, and on that day, the only thing that will matter is, did you live for Him or did you live for yourself? Idris chose Allah, and Allah raised him to a high station. So choose wisely. Your Lord is waiting, and He raises those who live for Him. May Allah make us among them. If these stories are touching your heart and bringing you closer to Allah, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button for more Islamic sacred stories that will strengthen your faith, inspire your soul, and remind you of what truly matters. Join our family today, and let's continue this blessed journey together.